It has been a heavy day. It's been a heavy few days. Um, Before we get into Nepal, I do wish to say that violence is never the answer. I mean, in war times, obviously, perhaps that's different, but the U.S. is not at war, despite what you may hear from people who wish to convince you otherwise. Let's not shoot people. Let's not do that. That's just kind of a thing. Words can offend, but if you're bringing words, if it's a fight of words versus a fight of violence, it's not a fair fight. If words upset you, the remedy is better words. Misinformation upsets me. I combat it with information, with good information. So, with that said, my heart goes out to the family of Charlie Kirk, and the families of those affected by the school shooting in Colorado, and of course to all the people of Nepal. I do have Rosh joining us. Before I bring him on the show, I wanted to give a quick background for those who don't know what's going on. Nepal had some protests, rising corruption, um, and then images circulated on social media of some extravagant lifestyle from the children of some of the politicians. Of course, the only solution is not to crack down on the corruption, but to just end social media. There was a protest, a peaceful protest. That was what I consider round one. Round one is, hey, let's just march and tell them we're not happy. The response was live ammunition. Early reports said rubber bullets. We'll find out from Rosh momentarily if they were rubber or not, but they appeared to be headshots to me. Round two was the response to that, which was to cross the barriers and create quite a bit of fear. The army was called in, but I don't know if you saw my video showing the roads. The army couldn't get in. They were blocked at the edge of town. So they were of no use for that. Now we're in round three, which is where the anarchists are setting things ablaze. This is where we are now. You'll see things like this. This is the Hilton, Kathmandu, set ablaze. You see things like the palace set ablaze. Parliament as well. Got a couple of firsthand accounts here. I'm going to read one of them and then bring Rosh in. This is from the fire at the palace. It's really. And by the way, when you burn down these government buildings, you destroy all the documents that could help you prosecute corruption. Maybe don't do that. This person said, I speak for almost all of us, Nepali. No, we're not happy about this. This was a pride of our country, looted and vandalized by goons from political parties who took advantage of this protest to burn evidence of their corruption. All the historical documents and government documents were kept there. Treaties signed with foreign countries, India, were destroyed. I was also one of the protesters who enjoyed looking at the burning police stations and officials' homes, but as the heat in me quelled and my mind cleared, me, like everyone else, understood what was happening. I cheered at the burning of one station, but was unaware thousands were burning along with it. At night, we're all nostalgic about the security that the police provided. So much crime happened yesterday. Innocent people's homes and livelihoods got destroyed. This is not the revolution anyone should look forward to. People became animals. I was no exception. So your foreigners in your comfy sofa have no idea how it feels to have been betrayed by yourself. Let's bring on Rosh. For those who don't know, Rosh is my editor of many years now. He's been probably 3 years. He's been working as my editor. He lives in Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal. We met earlier this year in Shanghai for the Shanghai Auto Show, spent a week together, and then just now spent 2 weeks together, plus as I was out there doing coverage. Rosh, are you safe?
Hey, hello everyone. Yeah, I am safe, but the situation is really tense in here. Crazy, man.
Now, Rosh lives within the city limits. So, how much has it spilled over from that part of town into your part of town?
Well, well, it was. I think the protest was called peaceful one, but I was in the protest at day one, and I came back after I heard the gunshots, and then I got back home maybe after an hour or two after the gunshots, and then the army trunks were not allowed to go to the places that they were supposed to, so that they could,
Restore order.
do whatever. Yeah, yeah, restore order. And then what happened was, this is not the protest. Like it was this was announced like maybe 2 days earlier, the protest, and before that it was all rumors. And protests started not from Nepal, actually. Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Indonesia, they've had it all. And then people thought like we could do this as well, and maybe this fueled some kind of fire, I guess. uh, these countries had very similar situations, and they had similar kind of protests and similar outcomes. The civilians started a trend in TikTok and Insta Reels, exposing the children of politicians and high profile people, flaunting their expensive clothes, Gucci, whatever, and then the lavish lifestyle of the that the salary of Nepal can never be enough for. I mean, they couldn't afford it if it was not corrupted. Maybe the exception would be some few businessmen, but I'll never know. Since it spread out and they cut off social media, and that might be the tipping point, if not the reason. And it was not planned. There were no alternatives. I mean, I work for Brian, and it's YouTube, so they cut off YouTube. They don't have they don't have an alternative for YouTube. I mean, that was just blatant. And it was just because people started exposing them, and as a result, 21 people were killed in the first day, and then at the they thought they could impose the curfew and restore order, but man, it turned out like crazy. And this is called a Gen Z revolution. Um, the people of my age and very similar people. And what happened is the people from the parties, from the previous political parties that the Gen Zs were supposed to take over, they they I mean, they spilled inside the protest. We couldn't recognize people, they couldn't recognize people, and they started this violent act, not the actual Gen Z's that they who initiated the protest. So it's I think it's all politics as well, but who am I to say anything? And now, going on to your question, it's well, the police station was burned down. Well, I understand if it was like private property of any politician, but the stuff like police station, municipality office, and ward offices, they're not supposed to be burned down because they've got all our information. And what well, at this stage, you can ask me who I am, and I can't answer you because the offices of ministry, it's called Singa Darbar in here. Well, it's got crazy significance, but they burned it all down. Like it was the largest complex housed in Grand Historic Place. It serves the symbol of nation's administrative and political power. It was built in the early 20th century. It's called Lion's Palace. That's what
Mm.
Singa means, and it's all burned down. They had all our information. I've heard that the digital information are okay, but everything was not digitalized. So I'm not sure what kind of loss are we are in. And they burned police station right away. And we went yesterday and set up a cleaning campaign. We started. I mean, there were like 4 people when we started doing that. We bought some brew. sticks and stuff for cleaning, and then the people gathered in the station after we started, which was like really great. Like we initiated that, and people helped us. The locals near the police station, they offered water, juice, and whatnot, like every stuff that we needed. And then collectively, with that effort, we cleaned it up at one stage, but it's all burnt down. It's blackish. The color is black with ashes and smoke. And it was two-storied. And the first story we cleared it out, cleaned it with water, and then the next story is all like a complete mess until now. And the gate was destroyed. We went there and restored the gate. We fixed it, and all this stuff was burned. Motorcycles that were caught. Um, Everything is burned down, and two ward offices, two, I think three in our municipality. Three ward offices were destroyed and burned. Um,
So we're gonna be sharing a link here in a minute. Actually, I'll just show it real quick. This was hastily slapped together. Um, Rosh asked me to put this together. He doesn't want his name on it in Nepal, but the idea is that we're going to try and get some funds together to help specifically a lot of homes, a lot of businesses not insured, temples famously not insured. So we're going to try and see if we can scrape together a few bucks to do that. All the
just a
information will,
moment. I hate. I will send you the video that we made
okay,
if it's okay. Yeah.
of course.
Can I share it over? I mean, yeah, I don't have it in my phone, so I'm gonna go send it to you, and then you
Uh,
can.
Send it. Uh, yes, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
what I wanted to do is read something to you once you're
All
while
right.
you're doing that, and get your
Mm-hmm.
feedback on how accurate is this. This was something from social media. I'm from Nepal. The plan was to execute a peaceful protest. It failed because police opened fire in the crowd, killing kids in school uniforms. Direct shoot order was given by the government itself. Most of the dead were headshots. The situation heats up when people die and are injured. The first day, yesterday, was just innocent people dying, police killing innocent kids and men and women to save corrupt politicians. It was a total loss. Second day, today, our army stood by us, protecting us from police. When police saw the army, they did nothing. No shooting from police today. Now, citizens are in power over the army's protection. They beat up officers who gave orders to shoot and other corrupt politicians. They burnt the corrupt politician's house. Money was flying over the sky when house of one specific leader was set on fire. In the meantime, some third party saw an opportunity to do whatever they want in the name of the protest. Entered the protest, destroy, burn public property, temples, palace, bank, malls. Gen Z was done, but the third party is doing the destruction. Does that sound accurate?
Well, it's familiar. Some stuffs like army protecting. Yeah, they didn't open fire. The army did really good, but it's those greedy politicians. If the prime minister resigned a day earlier after the incident, this would have been a lot less, in my opinion. um, the violence would have been, and all the buildings being burned would have been a lot. I mean, it would. I think it would have been controlled because the army would be in order in the second day. But um, he was greedy, man. And then the
Real
communication
quick,
minister
in the
came out.
background here, I'm going to put on some video clips that were sent to me by a viewer in Nepal
Yeah, go
who I
ahead.
don't think wishes to be named. So I've muted them so that identifying information can't be heard. But I'm just going to play some of these. These are real clips that, as far as I know, have never been published before. So, uh, how much is the violence spilling over into areas where you are?
Well, there is enough. I mean, they burned down the departmental store that was like a huge building, and
Mhm.
it's got like many outlets. It's called Vatpadini, and it's real close to Bodhanath Stupa.
Okay.
They started the fire like 2 days ago, and then the fire was erupting yesterday more than it was a day ago.
Hmm.
And it has been raining now, so I hope it keeps fire, but I'm not sure.
Hmm.
And then the ward offices, three ward offices, police station, some municipality offices. That's it. I think we're trying to rebuild what we can in a local community, our local community, and then if we can help out, we would go larger scale after we rebuild whatever is lost at here.
Hmm. Now, I do have the video that you've just sent over. I'll put that up as soon as this one is done. This one, now I've muted all of them because in some of them you can hear gunshots and screaming. Um,
Hmm.
so I guess better late than never. Sensitive, topic warning. I guess. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. This is the one you just sent me. Let's see if I can make that fit a little nicer. Well, let's just hit play.
Yeah, you can just play with the sound as well.
Wow. Wow. And the department store has nothing to do with any of this.
No,
My gosh.
it's crazy, people.
And last I heard, the airport was closed. Is that still closed?
Well, it has reopened, I heard.
Wow. A lot going on. A lot going on. I will do my best to continue showing that in coming days. We can put that into
Thank
some
you.
videos.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you.
yeah. Oops. Let's
Okay,
mute
great.
this. Um, in the comments, I guess I would ask, what do you guys want to know? Yeah. David says, that breaks my heart. Yeah. Hello to Rick.
Yeah,
Um, let's see. Hopefully, much of the evidence of the corruption still exists in the cloud. The trick there is it's very easy to ferret out the truth when, you can't hide it if it's a piece of paper and it's in my hand and I found it in your desk. But I don't have your cloud account access. So I don't know if that data can be meaningfully recovered. Hopefully,
yeah. They
someone,
burned down. They burned down Supreme Court, man. What do you want me to say?
yeah. David says, we all have the potential to make bad decisions when caught up in a crowd. Mob mentality is very real. The tragic, intriguing drama is devastating. Not hearing about this anywhere else, hoping for recovery for all there. Yes, Tom. It definitely caught me off guard. I had some idea something was coming because, I'm in contact with Rosh every day, and it is, you know, I knew something was coming. I just had no idea it was going to go in any way like this. So it's a very long video, but most of it is the inside of the cameraman's pocket. So we won't, of course, need to show that. But what he's pointing out in this clip is that there's fires all over town, absolutely everywhere. And that,
Everywhere.
mhm. And this is
I mean, those
looking
those
at,
people were like burning down everything inside. I mean, like they had. I mean, it was just instinct, you know. Like that's not the protesters. Like they're criminals. They're
yeah,
actual terrorists.
yeah, it's
Because
very,
people with sense would never do this. I mean, it's insane.
Well, in some of these, I mean, I don't want to put more value on one building over another, but some of these buildings are irreplaceable. They're
Hmm.
historic. Some of these are brand new. And while not irreplaceable, they are unlikely. Boy, that's just too shaky. They are unlikely to be replaced because the cost is so high. Um, you know, and a lot of them, like we mentioned for the fundraisers, that they're not even insured. So this is apparently footage that we have obtained of KP Sharma Ali leaving or returning. I'm not sure uh, because the footage is right there next to the compound. It's kind of surprising and unusual. Um, yes, Rick says
Yeah.
I suspect a color revolution and probably a few opportunistic insurance frauds. How? What is the state of insurance? Does everybody have insurance? Does anybody have insurance?
No, no,
No.
no insurance at all. Well, maybe the high profile people, but I mean, they might have insurance, but I don't think it works anymore because the insurance company would be done by now. I don't think
Yes.
so. Because I mean, if those kind of buildings have insurance, I mean, the price of the insurance would like really hike up, and it would not make sense. I don't think it would make sense, but um, let's see what happens. But I don't think so.
Yeah. Insurance is
Well,
not a universal thing around the world. And a lot of times when something this big happens, insurances companies either find a way to get
well,
out of it.
I'll
Well,
send.
we
Yeah,
don't cover acts of political uprising or war, or they just go broke.
I'll send you a clip of what we did yesterday and
Hmm.
how the situation was inside the police office,
Oh yeah,
police
sure.
station. Yeah, yeah. We made a video out of it, all the cleaning and stuff, and the
Mhm.
condition of the building and the state of building. Like you guys might want to know if we actually did the work and or just collecting funds. So
Sure.
that's when I had the proof.
I'll be on the lookout for that to show up. Yeah, this.
Uh-huh.
Let me pull this up. The comments are not screaming in. A lot of people, I think, are at a loss for
Are
words.
asleep. Hmm.
Uh,
Or are asleep.
that's true. On the East Coast, they'd be asleep. On the West Coast, not as much. But um, we've got, um, yeah, there should be a bigger media in the story, but we have our own stupid stuff going on too. Big news today: we had a high-profile killing in the U.S. In front of a lawyer,
Oh,
and it's been understandably dominating the news all day. Um, yeah, so
I'm
um,
sorry about that.
we have problems with violence, um, and I don't know the solution. I'd love to tell you here we do X Y Z and we're fixed, but that's above my pay grade.
Hmm.
um,
Hmm.
is the are you sending the video now?
Yeah, I am. It's just
Great,
going on.
sure, sure. There it is. Looking good. Get that. There we go. Um, whoops. I just need to download it so that I can play it because it will not play from there.
All right, I didn't know that.
Just a second.
And we are creating a Insta Pays and X account as well with all the stuff that we'll be doing for the reconstruction and stuff. So yeah, you guys could help us out if you feel like.
Hmm. And let me put this up. This is the clip you just shared. Should I mute the music
Yeah, well, yeah, of
just in
course.
case of copyright? Oh my
Hmm.
goodness. Well, that's just heartbreaking, man. Oh, and what was this building? The police station?
Yeah, it was the police station. We fixed the gate and cleaned it up. That was the ward chairperson's car that was burned down, and it was in the middle of the road, so we pushed it aside so that the vehicles could pass by. And
Mhm.
this is the condition of the station. Yeah, cleaning the bikes, scooters, whatever it
Worth
that was
noting
on the
for
road.
people wondering about the structural integrity, these are concrete buildings. Is that right?
Yeah, it was concrete. One of the building, I mean, one of the rooms was there was still flames inside it. We kissed it out, and you
Huh.
know,
Wow.
yeah,
Heartbreaking.
that was the station.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All right. Oh, guys. Well, Rosh, I want to thank you for giving us your time. I know you're very busy with all the craziness and nonsense. Um, with Nepal being about the size of a state in the Midwest, what is the population? A little under 30 million. And how likely is it for China or India to take advantage of the instability and chaos? Ooh,
very likely. If they want, it's very likely.
yeah,
Very
that's
likely because
it's tricky.
there's no government at the moment.
Yeah. Who is in charge? The army?
The army,
Yeah.
well, they're not in charge. Um, they just took over the security, but
Hmm.
I think there'll be an interim government very soon. But the later, the more I mean open we are to the other enemies.
Yes,
So I hope the neighboring nations will help and not do that. But I mean that's just a hope, maybe. I don't know.
it is. It is tricky. Um, I don't know the best way. Um, I think what I'm going to do is paste the link into the show chat and see if that. And you guys can tell
Hmm.
me did the link just show up in the chat?
Yeah, it did. It did.
You can see it on
Yeah.
YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll get that added to the description momentarily. Um,
Thank you. I really
yeah,
appreciate it, Brian. I mean,
there's, you know,
I'm in loss for words, so
the reality is this is billions in damages have been done. There do not exist billions in funds to rebuild. So
mhm.
it's very tricky. So I don't know.
And now's the high time that we don't want to wait for any politicians to keep order or set up a campaign. We just have to go there and do it ourselves because the economy is way below. Like it cannot restore it anytime soon. So it will be us that'll be working. There wouldn't be anyone coming here and working for us. So
Well, the
we
largest
gotta have
industry is
focus.
tourism, and I can't see tourism working right now. So that
It
means
will
your
not. And I
largest
mean,
industry is offline.
everything is offline at the moment, the largest and the smallest. So no sense.
I I don't know what to say. Guys, let's do what we can. And we will be following this on an ongoing basis. We
Yeah,
will do our best to show you the projects that are proposed, the projects that are to show you the dollars in motion. Um,
yeah,
and
we'll
we'll
do
figure it
that.
out. Yeah, we'll figure it out. And you'll have an Instagram to um,
Oh yeah,
that covers it on a more granular basis, more up to date and in detail. And
yeah, and X as well. So you guys
yeah,
are in X. We'll
now that
we'll
you
put
have
the links
access
in the
to those sites,
description.
well, by the way, have the
Well,
bans been
yeah,
lifted?
yeah, yeah. Well, it was maybe the night of the first first day of protest. The communication minister came out and told that the PM and I will not resign. Some people coming to the street is not the way to resign. And
Hmm.
it was a very harsh way to tell it. I cannot put it in words. And then what happened was they lifted the ban right before that interview, that short
Hmm.
interview. So
Hmm.
yeah, they lifted the ban.
So the internet is more or less working again. We
Yeah,
will.
I'm really glad that the brainless people did not figure out the. I mean, they didn't have ISPs in mind, because if that was
Oh,
a problem, mean, they burned down everything they saw. I mean, it was just instinct. I mean, there's that was just complete vandalism without any thought whatsoever.
hmm. Well, stay safe. Thank you for sharing everything with us. Thank you for confirming what we feared, and letting us know what's really going on. Guys, if you're watching this on the replay, what did we miss? What did we misunderstand? You can let us know, and we'll try and take a look at it. And everybody else, thank you for being here. Thank you for your attention to this very important and terrifying matter. And Rosh, I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you for doing all this, man. Really appreciate it. I mean, I can't be thankful enough for this. So,
All
thank you.
right.